students, today we're going to talk about your first Muscle Lab A. A lot of this Muscle Lab is about exploration of the websites that you have access to. The first part talks about Feats of Clay. Feats of Clay is a muscle site designed specifically for the muscle building activity. Here you will find muscle tutorials about how to build with clay and also information about each of the individual muscles. On the next page, you will find information about your Mastering MyLab Mastering site in Canvas. Here you will go to the PAL 3.1 website, where you can look at individual pictures of muscles and see videos of how they work. The majority of the muscles have videos that you can click on, either in the muscle section of PAL or on the PAL homepage up at the top, where there's a link to muscle animations. For right now, we're going to talk a little bit about how muscles work. What we are going to find is that we can tell what a muscle does simply by looking at where it is on the body. We're going to find that muscles that exist on the front of the body pull forward. Muscles that exist on the back of the body pull backwards. Muscles that exist on the side of the body pull sideways, and muscles that exist on medial surfaces, such as the inside of the leg or in the chest area, will pull inwards. The main thing is to understand that muscles pull. So let's take a look at these two pictures with that in mind. In this picture, we see a muscle in the front of the body crossing the elbow joint. And we'll notice that it has two connections, one on a bone that is proximal to the joint and one on a bone that is distal to the joint. This is called the origin connection, and this is called the insertion connection. The origin connection is an anchoring point for the muscle, and the origin bone does not move. The insertion point is connected to the moving bone. Let's take a look at what that looks like on my arm. Imagine a muscle crossing this joint, attached to the proximal side and to the distal side of the joint. The proximal connection is called the origin point, or origin connection. On the other side, on the distal side, we have the insertion. The origin bone does not move, but it does pull on the insertion bone. Muscles in the front pull forward. Origin point, insertion point causes flexion of the joint. Notice my humerus is not moving, whereas my ulna is moving and pulling my arm along. Muscles get shorter or contract, as you know. This side will stay still, and this side will move, causing flexion at the joint. We know that muscles only pull. That is, in contraction, that's where they have their strength. Muscles never push. So in order to get the arm back down, we are actually going to need a muscle on the back. Muscles on the back of the body pull the arm backwards at the joint. Muscles on the front pull forward, in this case folding the joint and causing flexion. Here, muscles on the back will pull the arm down in extension. The origin point stays still, the insertion point goes for a ride. Origin, insertion. The insertion bone moves. Origin, insertion. The insertion bone moves. Muscles on the front pull forward. Muscles on the back pull backwards. We'll also find out that muscles on the outside of the arm pull outwards, and muscles here in the chest pull the arm inwards. Muscles on the outside pull outwards, muscles on the inside pull inwards. We can see this for the leg as well. We learned that muscles on the outside of the leg cause the leg to move outwards, whereas muscles on the inside of the leg cause the leg to move inwards. Muscles on the outside pull the leg outward. Muscles on the inside pull the leg inward. Go through all of Muscle Lab A, step by step, and explore Feats of Clay and PAL as you do it. Then you'll be ready to proceed to Muscle Lab B, where we'll be building real muscles.